there's an essay that I recently read online that reminded me of something that I have had to deal with. Probably a lot of you have. 24-year-old woman on bustle.com writes about dealing with men calling her things like sweetheart, dear, and honey, and why they need to stop. And she has a lot of reasons that she gives, one of them being that it's sort of demeaning. It's a way of putting women in their place. And I'll never forget when I was on the Today Show, I interviewed, and I don't remember who this was. There was somebody, senator or congressman, and it was, you know, what do you call it, a remote. Mm-hmm. So he's in the screen, and I'm asking him questions, and at one point he goes, all right, sweetheart, let me tell you something. And it was his way of saying,
just caught off guard?
And I to this day, I'm so angry that I didn't say something back live on air, but I just didn't. I thought it would be rude, but I wish I had said something.
Like darling?
yes, darling.
Yes, darling.
But has that happened to any of you, or?
I don't use I use honey a lot. You know, like, hey, honey, come here, honey.
Context, I think.
It's very sweet. I think. Well, here's the thing. I think coming from a woman is very different than coming from a man. I'm being a little sexist here, but I think if a man says, hey, darling, I think, and you say,
I say darling a lot. I think it's a Southern thing.
It's a Southern thing.
To me, it's a tone.
It's a tone, inflection.
And I grew up in the South, and everyone is like, sweetie, honey, darling, love.
Like it,
I like it. I think if it's used sweetly, I like it. But I think in your situation, he was using it
definitely.
So I think if the tone is appropriate, I'll take it. I love a little love. Why not?
I think you have to understand, y'all get called sweetheart, darling. I don't get anything. Call me sweetheart, pumpkin pie, baby, boo, gravy, whatever you want to call it to me. I need the love.
All right, honey.
Thank you.
All right.
Sweetheart.
All right, sweetie, we love you.
Okay.
You know what I hate is when you go from being whatever to ma'am.
I knew you were going to say
that. Ma'am, I can't.
But Meredith,
it's like taking a knife and stabbing you. It's just.
Do you remember when that switch happened? Like, do you remember if it was like a change?
I don't remember the exact date, but I was not a ma'am yet.
My mom says that she does. She remembers the first time someone called her ma'am.
She was like, kids say that.
I'm not old.
I make them say yes, ma'am, and no, sir.
Yeah.
So don't take offense to that, Meredith.
It just makes you feel old. I think
it's polite coming from a litk kid, though.
That's different.
Cute.
Yes.
All the time. No, they don't.
My friends' kids. Oh, yes, ma'am. No,
But them little kids, you look like an old woman to them. So, they father sick. Come on, don't not like that. You know what I mean. No, come back here.
All right, yeah.
Man,
You ready?
Here,
What's hot now? Not you.
Okay, how annoying is it when you fall asleep on the couch while binging on your favorite TV show? Lance, you do this all the time.
Every night.
Okay.
I'm trying to, catch up with The Affair because you ladies got me hooked on The Affair.
Oh, it's so good. Well, Netflix has come up with this brilliant idea to help you, okay? The company has invented socks that read your body to understand when you've fallen asleep, and then they automatically pause the show. So when you wake up again, it's right where you... This is brilliant.
Genius.
Too much.
Right now, it's a prototype, but...
Well, first of all, sometimes my feet smell, so I probably would short circuit the thing.
But I have to say, that looks like a fire hazard. If you would sit there, imagine if it was like burning a circuit and then you caught on fire. I think that seems like a little issue.
But I think it's a clever idea.
It's clever. they need to go away from socks because I can't wear socks to bed. I get too hot.
Exactly.
But something that measures your breathing, maybe something, put something around your chest or something, that.
Why don't you just, before you fall asleep, turn the TV off? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
But you don't know where you left off.
Doesn't happen.
I love falling asleep watching something.
It sounds like a horror movie waiting to happen. Socks come alive and decide to kill you in your sleep because you want to watch Netflix and chill.